To see you.
You too.
What about this Piedmont Classical School? What do you like about the Piedmont Classical School?
It's a really small environment, so it's like easy to get to know everyone, and like everyone's like really nice to everyone because everyone knows each other.
Do you think some of that's going to maybe die out as the school gets bigger? Will some of that, we thought maybe think about maybe intimacy. It's kind of intimate right now, kind of an intimate situation. Do you see that maybe leaving as the school gets bigger, or you think it'll stay?
I think it'll stay because everyone's kind of like close together, and like they all kind of treat each other the same, so it's like everyone kind of bonded together.
Good bonding. Were you happy when you heard you got accepted at Piedmont Classical School?
Yeah.
What was the first day? The first day like there? What was that like?
It was fun because we did like a bunch of activities and like icebreakers and stuff to get to know everyone.
And like you said, a student body, very close. Everybody's close together. Do you get pretty good fan support for your basketball games? Good support there?
Yeah. People came and they would like cheer everybody. It was fun.
And did you score some points this year? How did your season go as far as improvement? How did you improve over the course of the year?
At the beginning, it started off kind of rough, but we like started communicating better and we started developing better, so it turned out okay.
How about as far as your position? What position do you play?
Point guard.
You're the. I thought you might be. You ever played against Caldwell Academy? Ever played them? Don't know them, maybe?
I played them before.
Yeah, because they've got a little point guard over there too. A little Asian girl. She's a great little ball player. You've probably seen her before out there. I mean, you don't sometimes tell those point guards. As the season went on, how did you get better at point guard? Did you get more confident? Did you feel like your game was growing?
Yeah, because they just taught us really well, and it was easy to understand.
So Coach Carty's a pretty good guy as far as explaining what goes on in a basketball game.
Yeah.
Did he have an assistant coach, or did he do just about everything, Coach Carty?
There was an assistant coach.
Who was the assistant coach?
Coach T.
Coach T? Gotcha. Now, you had your teammate here tonight, Taylor Hill. What kind of basketball player is Taylor? Let's break her down a little bit here.
She's good because she's like really fast on the court and she knows what she's doing and she kind of sees everyone, so she can get the ball around too.
Where were you at before you got to the Piedmont Classical School? What school did you go to prior?
Cornerstone Charter Academy.
Cornerstone Charter. Where is that located?
They're in a church right now, but I think next year they're going to be having.
So you'd have been in the charter program before you got to the Piedmont Classical School.
Yeah.
Do you play a musical instrument?
No.
No? Maybe one day maybe play the musical instrument of some sort? Possibly.
Maybe.
What's your favorite subject out there at the Piedmont Classical School right now?
Probably biology.
Okay. Are you in the 10th grade?
9th.
Taking biology in 9th grade. That's pretty advanced too, I would think. Sometimes they don't get to that till they get to the 10th grade, so you're stepping your game up pretty good in the classroom too. Who's that biology teacher?
Miss Culbertson.
And she does a pretty good job?
Yeah.
Big shout out to her tonight probably too then.
Yeah.
How have the grades gone this year? The grades A's and B's, and so nothing below B? Wow, that's good. And what do you plan to do after high school? Got some college plans on in your mind? You're only in the 9th grade, right?
Yeah.
So you got a few years to think about it, but you're already thinking about school for the future maybe?
A little bit.
Got a favorite college out there somewhere?
UNC is pretty good.
North Carolina, do you pick them to win the men's basketball tournament this year? Do you watch it? I mean, you probably watch some of the women because you're enjoying the game yourself and see what the women might do. Do you also watch the men's game? What have you thought so far to this point?
It's pretty good.
You got a favorite player on that Carolina team? Theo Pinson. You ever heard of Theo?
What?
Theo Pinson for Carolina. You know his name maybe, Theo? Because I think he's from Greensboro. Then you got Bryce Johnson, the big center. Then you got Marcus Page, the guard. Some good guys on that team.
Yeah.
Coach Carty, what does he mean to your girls' team? I know you mentioned the assistant coach. He helped you a lot too. But what about Coach Carty? What's he meant to this team?
He just really helped us like develop because we had never played together before since it was the first year, and we really needed some help like getting started. So he helped a lot with that.
Did you play basketball before yourself? Who did you play at the Cornerstone? Did they have a team as well?
Yeah.
Do you play that travel basketball during the off season?
I played it for a little bit, but then I stopped.
Who was your coach back then? Do you remember? Too far back. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm not too far. Gotcha. I was going to ask you this. This is a great question. I actually got a question I can really work with here. Do you learn more from the school ball or the travel ball? I got to ask people that these days.
They kind of teach different things, so it's pretty even.
Yeah, I expect the school ball maybe some more times, maybe a few more details from Coach Carty. I know the travel ball, they got to move pretty quick. That's a fast-paced game. So maybe the school ball, a few more details going there. What's your biggest challenge on the basketball court as far as getting your game where you want your game to be?
Just sometimes we kind of don't really like see the ball sometimes, so it's kind of hard to like distribute it sometimes. But we did pretty good.
So this is Caroline Varsi with us, and I guess the hard part sometimes is to be able to keep your head up and be able to dribble them all at the same time, be able to, like you say, see the whole court.
Yeah.
A lot of assists this year, though. Had some games, maybe some good assists.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Because the point guard, that's what they're looking for. Sometimes maybe not so much score more assists. What about, who was your best basketball day ever this year? Might have been a practice day, I don't know, but maybe your best basketball day ever.
Like games?
Game or practice, whatever.
One of the fun games was when we played Cornerstone because they're kind of like our rival, kind of.
Gotcha. Playing your old school, yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
How many, did you have a pretty big game that game?
Yeah.
How many points? Remember how many?
I don't remember exactly.
Probably hit 10, maybe at least, right? Maybe the 10-point mark? Absolutely. How far do you see this program going? You're in the 9th grade. How far can this Piedmont Classical School basketball program go?
I think it'll last a long time.
And you see it doing pretty well in the future, too. Do you see this team sticking together, almost all the girls?
Yeah. We all kind of bonded, so.
Yeah, you mentioned that bond. That's a good word.
Yeah.
How about this summer? A summer camp maybe for the girls? Get a summer camp together? Any plans for that?
We're thinking about doing one of those, so we'll see.
A couple of final questions for Caroline Varsi here at the Shane's Rib Shack. Basketball in focus, sports in focus, big focus on the Shane's Rib Shack. Talking to Caroline. Educational-wise, is this something your family looked at when you chose the Piedmont Classical School, the education part?
Yeah, because it really focuses on like the classical ways of teaching, so that was a big thing.
Tell me what classes you've got this year. You mentioned biology. I know you got that. What else?
I have biology, geometry.
9th grade, right?
Yes.
Wow, you're a year ahead of what I can tell. Keep going.
AP, human geography, Latin, English, PE, and world history.
World history too?
Yes.
Wow, that's a tough schedule to balance out. How much time at night do you spend in study?
A long time.
Every evening, right?
Yeah.
And you utilize that study hall at school pretty well too then, right?
Yes.
Did they give you a heavy load of work out there? I mean, are you a lot home at night?
It's pretty decent. Like some nights we'll have a lot, but then some nights it'll be kind of more laid back.
Gotcha. So they kind of balance it out a little bit. Don't make it too tough. Just kind of keep it kind of steady.
Yeah.
If you had to throw out your best shout out of the day, who do you put the shout out to tonight?
I don't know.
Anybody special out there? Maybe mom or dad, brother or sister or a good friend?
My mom.
Okay. What's her name?
Joanne Varsi.
Joanne Varsi. So Joanne, Caroline says mom is the best, right? Did you learn any basketball from your mom?
No.
How about your dad?
No.
Brothers?
No.
Sisters?
No.
You learned it all from John Carty at Piedmont Classical School.
Some of my cousins too, yeah.
Had a few friends helped you out too?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Caroline, pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Keep that smile. I think it's worth $1 million. Keep that going. Thank you.
Thank you.
Caroline Varsi with us next week.